Yo, what up? Hello, it is me, it is I, SolarLune. It's been a little while since the last stream. And it's been a, well, not, it's been a little while since the last stream. I'm starting over, man. No, hi, I'm SolarLune. I'm an independent game developer, and I'm the creator of this game that I've been working on for the past little while, past few months. It is a 3D platformer, and it is made entirely from scratch almost. It's going pretty good. Also, this is in the shot. But yeah, hi. So yeah, I just wanted to make a little update video. So there's a variety of new things. Added this little cape, which is kind of cool, kind of a cool little detail on the main character. I have been working on level geometry a lot, and it's looking and feeling pretty good, pretty solid. Found a method of making levels that works for me, works pretty well. I implemented, I implemented mesh deformed animation, like blending mesh, like shape keys or morphing animation, into this 3D engine that I'm 3D renderer that I'm using for this game, which is PS1 kind of styled. So now I can do that. Previously, that was just like not really possible to do with bones. Not really, it would be a lot of bones. This is much better. So yeah, very nice. And we got a particle effect that looks pretty good. Just have to adjust it when the water's on, but yeah, not bad. So the idea is basically you flip a switch, and then you can raise the water level or lower the water level depending on whether the water is on or not. Which is important because now when you walk into water, you move slowly. You have a little splash animation when you're like half in, but then when you're fully submerged, you move slow. Maybe that's a little too slow. I also added a new running animation, so you can walk or kind of just run, and then you can sprint. And I'm using the same mesh deform animation code on the water, the same mesh animations system as on the cape. So you can see the cape gets more, it goes out more as he runs. It looks pretty smooth. I need like a waving effect because it looks just kind of stiff. Like it getting wavy, or it moving upwards looks really good, but then it still needs to wave. So I got to figure out how I'm gonna do that. I added the ability to spawn a ring, the like rebound ring. So when you jump off of something and land on it, you jump up the same distance. So I added the ability to spawn that. I'm not sure if I want to keep that or not, but so far that's how it works. And overall, this is feeling like super good. Added this little flip kick for a little extra distance. I don't know how I feel about it. It's not animated as well as I would like, and I'm not sure if I even like the idea of having it, because I kind of want the idea of super kind of like committal platforming, and this just kind of lets you escape some things that you would otherwise have to like live with. But at the same time, it also allows you to do stuff like that where you can kind of like skip things that are kind of slow, where you would have to jump up a little bit more slowly. You can just get in there much more quickly with the flip kick with proper speed like that. I also have been tweaking the movement a little bit, where he feels like he accelerates more slowly, and especially on the ground. So again, it's more committal. So you can't just like jump from a standstill and hit that rod. It's just you need more speed. So you can't, like, you have to actually like intentionally move, but you have a little bit of an ability to like adjust your movement in the air. So it's not like you have no ability, you have no options, but it's a nice middle ground where it feels like you have to kind of like get a running start. You can't just like jump into things. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Where it's like, okay, you have to actually like maintain momentum, and I think that's the kind of the goal, is to maintain momentum as you traverse this the course, and that's the idea behind every level, is basically like, how do I get to certain places, how do I do certain things. I feel like there's kind of a mixture of like Tony Hawk, Mario 64 kind of a thing, where it's like I can make a game where the goal is to kind of like make certain jumps, and so you have to kind of like see how to get there and when to get there. Yeah, I feel like there's things I could do to make this game really fun, and overall so far it's solid, running pretty well. Not the best, but none of this geometry is like merged or anything. It's just blocks and stuff. So once the level's done, then I can merge everything together and make it perform a lot better. But yeah, we have some interior stuff, which is good. Interiors and things like that. So I'm planning to like flesh this out with enemies and switches and stuff like that. So overall, I'm pretty happy with it. There's probably other things I'm missing too, but overall, this is looking and feeling really good. Just working on the API for Tetra 3D and making changes, making things work better. And I'm really happy with it. Yeah, it's smooth, man. It's smooth. It's not perfect. There's still like some collision stuff I need to fix, but this is really solid. It feels very smooth in a way that I don't really see too many games kind of feel. He feels like heavy, but like fast. He feels like a charging dude. Yeah, so I'm happy with this. Overall, this is really good. Feels like a PlayStation 1.5 game, like what would have happened if the PS2 was like weaker, or the PS1 had some more graphical oomph. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this, and yeah, that's kind of it. There's not really much else to say. Just working on Tetra 3D, working on stuff, working on the API to make it easier to use. Something I added recently, just like yesterday. Previously, like, you could queue up animations where it's like, oh, play this animation and then queue another animation, so that when the first one's done, then the other one plays. And then I thought, well, it probably would be better to maybe make it so that you can play an animation and then do something. So I could say, for example, play an animation and then like run this function to do something. So I can say like, oh, after the animation, every time it loops, then do this, or after the animation finishes, then run into another animation. And just a nice helper function for that is just then play by name. So basically, you can run a function or you can play an animation either by name or a pointer. So that's cool, because that allows you to chain things. That allows you to do things like after an animation finishes, play a sound or switch to a different state, that kind of stuff. And that's something I'm doing a lot, in this kind of movement state machine. As you can see, like when you enter the swing animation, it plays the swing animation, the player swing animation, and then when it's done on update every frame, I'm checking, is it done playing this animation? Essentially, now I can just do this and then put this stuff here like that, which feels, I think, feels better, and it should just work. We'll see. Yeah, exactly. So I mean, like, that's cool. I like that, and I think that's kind of the cool thing about this kind of game, is that it's fully moddable, so people can make their own content. They can make their own game entirely from this. But like, I like making an API and being like, it could be better. I want this to be smoother. I want this to be more comfortable. What is it? What's the experience for me as the developer? And trying to figure out a way that makes it trying to figure out something that makes it more comfortable, makes it easier. And this is better. This is just like, oh yeah, that's a cool system. That's something that that's the way I would want it to be if I was making a game, which I am. So it's cool. I like working on the API and making it comfortable, and you know, working on the performance, and you know, making it just better, making it better. It feels like the kind of thing I would want it to be and how I would want it to work. So anyway, yeah, thank you very much for watching. That's it. There's not too much more. Just slowly making kind of like incremental progress. Yeah, that's about it. That's about it, I suppose. So we'll see. I'll keep working on this, and I'll keep streaming and stuff. Maybe I'll do like an early access thing on like Patreon or something. Because I think it would be cool to allow, or maybe not even Patreon. Maybe I'll just put it out early access for anybody. Because I think it would be cool to get some feedback on how it, you know, how people are using it, or if people think it's useful, or you know, if they would even want to make a game or mod, you know, in levels for this. Yeah, so I'm working on it. Anyway, but yeah, thank you very much for watching. I've been SolarLune. It's been real. I'll catch you guys on the flip side next time, and yeah, see ya.